Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairymuppet. Welcome back to some Shapes 2 calculator work. So, right now we have got basic division work, very basic division. So this is a 6 coming in here. This is a 6, and the result is 0, 0, 0, 1. And the remainder is 0, 0, 0, 0. So, I don't think I need these guys anymore. We've got a very basic calculator, division calculator working, and it divides two 4-bit numbers. One 4-bit number divided by the other one. Yeah. And this result, I don't know if we ever need this result, to be honest. I mean, there's nowhere for it to go, so I guess we just kind of leave it. Hopefully we never need it. I'm actually going to put a display on this one. Because, yeah, it kind of goes nowhere. And when wires go nowhere, it makes me a little bit nervous. This one will go somewhere. I believe this one up here, but the other three, yeah, I don't know. I mean, if we think about it, what we need to do is we need to set this to 1, and then we might see some interesting behavior. And then we'll set this. Which actual number is going? Okay, it's this one. We'll set this one to this. So you have 15 divided by 1. I think that should create some interesting behavior. Some very interesting behavior. But yeah, we need to... Well, first of all, I need to find my... I had a web page here somewhere that had a diagram on it. And I'm not sure where I put that diagram. I may have put that diagram over here. That's all right. We can find that diagram again. It is over here. Open image. Oh yes. Okay. So I dragged it over there. Now we drag it over here. Now I got the diagram over on the left-hand side, so I can look at it. Okay, we got 15 and we got 1. So that one's 15 divided by 1. Well, this is just 1 divided by 1. So that's true and no remainder. And the result is 15. So we didn't get any result out here. What if we do the opposite? Just trying to understand this block before we start expanding it. So we'll do 1 divided by 15. Because yeah, it's bad news to be expanding a block into multiple blocks when you don't even understand what it's doing. So it's going to be 1 divided by 15. It should return 0 with a remainder of 15. And hopefully these guys are still 0. They should be 0. Okay, there's the 15. There's the 1. All right, you're stable now. You're stable now. Okay. Still nothing here. We do have two signals from there, but they're sort of XORing each other. So we got a ton of carries coming up. So we got a signal from a carry, and then we got a signal from this line, and they're cancelling each other out. If we were to turn this off, right, this would turn on, but this would stay off. So we'd have this signal going in here, this one going in there, and then you'd have an empty. You'd still have an empty here, even if we turned, like, let's just turn this one off. Oh, no, it actually goes true. I mean, we kind of turned it off in a very hacky way. So if we turn it off over here, yeah, see? Now this one turns on, but this one doesn't go on because this one is off. So it's only activating, well, it's activating this gate, which, which is fine. But yeah, it's basically activating this, saying this one is not active. So therefore we're ignoring this carry. Well, we're taking this carry as to saying the number is too big. Yeah. But then we turn it on and it's activating this carry instead, the number 4 carry. So yeah. So either way, that one doesn't seem to turn on. And these two don't, so yeah. Wait a sec. 1 divided by 15. Okay, that makes sense. We just got a remainder of 1. Which makes sense. Which really makes sense. Okay. Let's get this looking a little bit more standard. So I'm going to ignore those bits for now. I'm just going to ignore them. And we're going to see how we do. Okay. Let's get 6 going on over here again. Yeah. So going back to 6 divided by 2 should be 3. Okay. So this block currently has 2 inputs. 1 number, second number. Now, what I need to do is I need to get these guys up and over. That's not what I wanted. Oh, and this one will have to be way up and over. No, that's not what I wanted. Just want this deleted. And then you go up and over. Okay. We didn't technically need to send them up and over. We could have just crossed them. Maybe that's what I should be doing more of, because it sort of results in a cleaner sort of well, maybe not cleaner. Maybe cleaner is the wrong word, but easier to understand, I guess. Well, we still need one of these going up because you can't just have 4 signals going on top of each other. Okay, so I think this input is irrelevant. According to the diagram I'm looking at, it's irrelevant. Okay, so for we start off with only using the first X and 0 others. Now in the diagram, there's actually 5 blocks. We have 4 blocks with a 0, and then only 1 block getting the new X, and then they go up 4 rows like we do. I don't quite understand why they need the 5th block over here. I really don't. And the 5th block always has a 0 inputted into the Y, which is this number. So the 5th block always has just a 0 going into it. I really don't understand why we need that. Why we need that 5th block. Let me have a look at the original, because look, if we got the 0 over here, something to do with, okay, here's an interesting point. So here, let's say this was true, and this carry was true. We would have an XOR going over here. That would be false, but we'd have a carry that was true. And we potentially have a result on the next block or something like that. Yeah, I don't really understand why we'd need a next block. I mean, because if Y is 0, then all we've got is the X and the carry. Yeah. No, I don't really understand that. We're not going to leave it, well, we don't have space for it now. We're going to leave it out for now. But once again, we are designing these blocks to be 100% tileable. So if we have to fix it, we can just fix it. Now, here's the interesting thing, right? Okay, all right. I think I'm starting to see it now. Okay, my brain is just switched on again. So, let's say, all right, let's key in this example here. We've got to send 12 in. 12 and nothing else. And over here, we're going to send 15. So it's 12 divided by 15. All right, you with me? So 12 divided by 15. So we'll just wait for that to sort of spin over. There we go, there's the 15. There we go, there's the 12. So we're going to end up here with 0, 0, 0. There should not be a 1 there. Why is there a 1 there? Why is there a 9 there? Did I do them in the wrong order again? 12 divided by 15. So you're 0, you're 0, you're 0. Why are you 1? Because yeah, this is a 12. And we're so this is a carry, this is a carry, this is a carry. Why is this not a carry? Why is this not a carry? So both of these are true, but we also got a carry. Let me just do the math in my head, because something is terribly wrong here. We should definitely have a negative carry on this block. So we're saying it's 1 minus 1, but we also need to steal a 1. Yeah, that totally should have a carry over here. So it's nodding this, and then we're moving over here. No, my brain just switched off again. That's not good. That is definitely not good. Yeah, because we're XORing these two, and we're saying, and then we're XORing here. I don't believe I've copied this exactly as it should be, but all right, let's have a look at the fancy table, because there's a table that comes along with this. So, okay, so we've got this true, and the carry true. Now, according to this one should be true, and this carry should also be true. And this signal has no impact on this logic. Okay, yeah. This should definitely be true. All right, we got to step through the logic bit by bit here. Not X and Y, or okay, I think I'm starting to see it. Did I really miss something? Okay. I think I actually missed something. I think I missed a not. X or Y? Yeah, there's supposed to be a not here. There's supposed to be a not in between this AND gate and this junction here. Damn it! I can't believe we got this far without me realizing that I screwed that up. Okay. That's actually a bit tricky to try and squeeze a NOT gate in there. And we got this going over the top, so it's a bit hard to sort of move that over as well. How do we want to do this? Let me just think about it for a second. I don't really want to move that OR gate up, because that's going to mess up some of these. Okay, we can move this whole bit along by 1. That's pretty easy. So we can take this. Actually, yeah, we can take pretty much this whole section. Oh, that's only selecting the bits. I was about to say we can take this whole section and move it along by 1. This is going to screw up this connection. But that's all right. These belts over the top are making it a little bit annoying. Okay, let's just get rid of you. Okay. You get cut over there. I'm going to move you over a bit. I'm going to move you over a bit. I'm going to move you over a bit, and then you go across like that. Boom, boom, and then not. I think that works. Okay, so how much do we need to take over? We don't need to copy that. We don't need to copy that. We don't need to copy this. We just need to copy this. So that leaves a Y behind. That's fine. I don't think we're destroying any of the level 3 wires by doing this. Shouldn't be. Okay, well, we found a bug in our circuit, and that was totally my fault. The diagram that I was working offline was 100% correct. I just forgot to put a knot in a certain space. But thankfully we found it before we started cloning this mess all over the place. So that was good. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, and Bob's your uncle. Now, you need to go there, there, and there. Okay. Now, we are dividing 12 by 15. The result is 12, and the output is 0. Okay. So we successfully sent this through, which turned this off, which is all good. So, yeah. That one little NOT gate was screwing us over, but now I'm happy. But here's the thing, right? And this is what we were getting to before. When we send these down, we need to have a valid subtraction. So what we need to do is we need to do 1, 0, 0, 0, 0 minus 1, 1, 1, 1. So that's why we need 5 digits, which is why we need 5 of these things in the one block. So we need to squeeze 5 of these into the one block. Okay, so when we send these, we're going to get these 4. We're probably going to send them through this gap, down over the top here, and then send them up here. The pain is going to be getting these 4 blocks and turning them into 5 blocks. Now we can save. Now we don't need to send any signal in here. This is just always 0. So now we need to squeeze these blocks. And we need to squeeze them quite hard. Let's do some maths here. Okay. Each one of these blocks takes up, oh, it doesn't tell me how much space it takes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Takes up 10 blocks, which means that from this side to this side is a total of 40. Now we don't need to squeeze these 2. What we need to do is squeeze these blocks 2. We need to lose 2 tiles for each of these blocks, and then we're fine. So I empty this one out. Now we don't need to we don't need to save any vertical space. Just need to save some horizontal space. Okay. I love to just keep these wires on the side and not mess with them, which means we now have 6 blocks in the middle instead of 8. This junction is problematic. Let's just go there. This junction is very problematic. This junction is very, very problematic. Okay. Let's start off with the... Actually, I don't want to do this. I want to do this. Because we need that wire going off along the second level. What we don't need is this wire. We can ignore that wire. And we can ignore this wire, because that way we can jump up from anywhere. But everything else we need to sort of keep in mind. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's move that up by 1. That's an easy win. You go down like that. Okay, you go up like that. Yeah. And then we've got a little bit more room here. How are we going to squeeze two less spaces in here? We have to start putting some gates on upper levels. Okay. Here we go. Let's do this. Like that. You can go on the upper level as well. That leaves leaves a little bit more room for there. Technically, we'd move this one over 1 more, actually. You go like that. You go like that. We might mess with that later on, but for now it's okay. All right, we're getting a lot more room over here. So let's take all of these. Where was this wire going again? I feel like this wire was going somewhere. Okay, we need an actual block to compare against, because I'm starting to lose some of the wiring. I'm starting to... Whoa, that's not a full block. Why was I not getting a full block? Starting to lose track of where some of the wiring is supposed to go. So this one... Oh. We don't actually need that one anymore. Okay. So we're squeezing this all off to the left-hand side. Let's see if we can shift this over by 2. Okay. All right. Now we just need you go over by 2, you go over by 2. Okay, so that's our 2 blocks. Now the only problem is this line, which honestly okay, let's just go for it. 1, 2. Okay. that is done, except this line needs to connect to this one. And it got no room because of this thing. That's right. What we can do here, can we fit in something else? Okay. Let's put this up the top. Send that up there. And then we just have to get, oh, no, I want to get rid of this one. That one goes up like that. You now need to get there. How do I do this? I mean, what we could do is we just send this one all the way around the long way. Okay. Then you go like that. Actually, what we could do is not that, send that up there. And then we've got enough room to send that in the short way. I forget where the entrance, okay, it's up here. Okay. There we go. Shortened by 2 blocks. Let's go ahead and just sanity check all the logic. So this one is still getting into there. This one goes over to there. This one goes over to there, and it gets this, not this, and then this one from over there. This one gets XOR'd with the result of that. I think that still works. Obviously, we're going to have to do some sanity checking with this new result, but let's get some simple. Let's get a 2, and we're sending 12 over. I'm happy with still sending 12 over. So we send 2 over. Okay, here's the 2. So 12 divided by 2 is 6. 0. No, we're not sending 12 over. We're sending 8 over. I'm an idiot. We're sending 8 over. 8 divided by 2 is 4. No remainder. And you know what? I'm actually going to send 12 over, because we've been talking about 12 for like the past 5 minutes, and I thought I was sending 12 over and I wasn't. So now we are going to send 12 over. I think when we were talking about 8 and 15 before, we were actually talking about 12 and just mentioning 12 all over the place. So yeah, little bit embarrassing, but that's fine. Okay. 12. So this should be 0, 1, 1, 0. That's beautiful. Okay. So copy, paste that as a backup. Okay. I'm just going to delete all of these. Bye-bye. Do I want to put a display here? Might as well. We can get rid of it later if we decide we need to. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4. Oh, just got a little bit of lag. 5. Okay. 5 little blocks there. Okay, now you are going to there. You are going to there. And you are going to there. Wait a sec, what am I doing here? Oh, that's right. We actually put 0. This one always has 0 going up to it. That's interesting. So it's only ever, in which case that one's like that. And this one is the one that goes all the way to the end. Okay. Now we hook up the X's. Yes, and then those guys will continue on. Beautiful. Now, got to remember we cut this one off. And that one just sits there and probably ends up being 0. And we actually need to send that one up, one lower. Which is fine. I thought maybe if I press C, it would copy the exact orientation of the wire, but it did not. Okay, so now we're going to grab all of these guys. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, well, it's currently printing out 15, so that's not good. Ah, yes, of course. The carries are not being dealt with. And we pushed this carry up a little bit. We actually don't have room to sort of spin this carry off like I wanted to. We're going to have to spin it off from up here, which is a little bit annoying. Okay, we'll just fix up these first. And that was the last one, except for this one. Okay. So you go like this. You go like this. And I just realized we added a completely new section. So we need to deal with that new section over here as well. Okay, here's the thing. This last block, the Y is always going to be 0 for this last block, which means there's never, ever, ever, ever going to be a carry. I don't think. Yeah, if Y is always 0, let's have a look. I'm having a look at a circuit diagram here. Could there ever be a carry for this last block? I'm thinking not. Okay. So X is 1, Y is 0, and we're subtracting 0 from 1. Actually, there's a diagram here, isn't there? So when Y is 0, there is a circumstance where Y is 0 and the carry is 1. That's where the other carry is also 1. So if x is 0, okay, I'm trying to get my head around this diagram. So x is 0 and y is 0, then the carry can be 1 only if the previous carry is 1. So in our example of you know what? Let's just keep it simple. Let's just keep it simple. This carry goes over here. Actually, what am I doing? What am I doing? All I'm going to do is I'm just going to OR these two top level carries. If either one is true, then we spit it out there. That's it. And then the other three are just normal. The other three just behave as normal. We may need to revisit that later on, but for now, we're just going to accept that. So, boom, boom, and boom. Okay, what do we got for our result? 12 divided by 2 should be 6. 0, 1, 1, 0. No carries. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. So, this block is pretty good. In terms of outputs, these 4 signals need to go at the top because they are obviously the result. So we want the result. And then the result is just going to scroll across up this top thing. And then these 4 guys, the remainder, we also need to pass that across. I think I said I was going to send it over here and then down. So let's do that first, because this is going to be a little bit tricky. Let's actually cut off some of these wires because they're getting in the way now. Okay. And there should never be a remainder up the top. This should always be 0. Because yeah, the only point where we're going to pass x in here is x is the 5th number, and a binary with 5 digits and a 1 right up the top will always be able to subtract this. So there should never be a remainder at this top bit. So we can just ignore it. But this one, so this is the most significant bit. Let's make sure we don't reverse the bits over here. So we got most significant bit here, which means most significant bit over in here, which means we're going to put this up the top. That makes it a little bit awkward to send it through. Yeah, that makes it quite awkward. That's all right. Okay, so this one is the next most significant bit. And we disconnect that line, disconnect that line. And then we got the two least significant bits. So this one, see, this is why it's awkward. This one needs to go down here. And then this last one, okay, that's a little bit awkward, but that's fine. So that's the remainder. Oh. Okay. You go up like that. No, that's not going to work. Okay. How do we get this one over? We can send it up to the second level. And then what we do is, remember, this is the most significant bit. So you go all the way up to the third level. Where are we? Okay. You are... I'm actually going to put it above these guys. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to put it above these guys, because that's just going to make it awkward. But what I will do is pop you right in there. Okay, so that should be the most significant bit. And then oh, I've did it. I've done it. I've done something wrong here. Okay, you are definitely not where you're supposed to be. So that's the most significant X, and then 1, and then 1. Okay. Okay. And one more. And again, for the first digit, it's not going to make any difference, but yeah, this is going to be extremely tileable. Okay, now we got this result over here. You just go straight up. We're just gonna have to delete you. That's all right. You go up like that. Okay. There we go. So there's a result and our remainder over here. Whoa, what's going on here? Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'd love to sort of still have a display over here. Here's what we do. We drop this one down a little bit earlier, and then we can do that. That looks kind of funky, but that's definitely 6. And we definitely got a remainder of 0, 0, 0, 0. Why are you being sent over? I don't think I need to send you over. You're the one. I've done a funny here. We completely missed this one. Okay, so you go up like that. Yep. Yep. you go up like this over to there. Cut this one off. You go up like that. Then this one just gets completely ignored. Because as we said, there's never going to be a remainder on this particular one. Never, ever, ever. Okay, time to test. Let's get an 8-bit number divided by a 4-bit number and see what happens. Okay. Not that it really matters, but I'm going to put it on this bit. So let's get a reasonably simple number. 32. Let's do 32. No, that's too simple. You know what? I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway, just so we can say we did an extremely simple number. So 32 is just this in that column, and then nothing in this column. 32 divided by 2. It should be 16. Which should be a 1 over here and just full zeros over here. Okay, 1, full zeros. Okay, well that was extremely simple. Okay, now let's kick it up a notch. Let's do 32 divided by 3. So that should be 10 with a remainder of 2. So this first block should actually have 0 in it. And then the next one should have 10. So this is where this set of 5 actually comes into play. How long has this video been going? 52 minutes. I lose track of the timer because all of my second window has actually got schematics on it, circuit schematics, instead of the actual XSplit. So I don't know how long the video's been running anymore. Okay, this will be a good point to, well, actually we could probably just continue on and do 4 digits. And maybe we'll do that at the end. Okay, 3. That is 3. Throughput good, throughput good. We're still at the same number, which is 32. Okay, 0, 0, 0. The remainder is 2, which is 32. So we start off by sending this one in here. Our result is 0. That's not good. Very bad start. That's a very bad start. Why is that? This should not be 1, 0, 0. I mean, we've got, okay, those wires are going up there, that's fine. We got 4 minus 3. That should be fine. So we got carries going up. Okay, so it's not recognizing that 4 is greater than 3. That's the problem. So we got the right thing being output. Well, I think we got the right thing. Yeah, we got 1 here, which is the right remainder, and then 0, 0. So something wrong with the carries. Okay. So we do have a second digit. So wait a second, all of these should be turned off, right? So these are our carries. So this carry I'm a little bit confused here as to how these carries are working, these negative carries. So we've got no negative carry here, which is fine. So we're trying to figure out if x is bigger than y, and clearly x is bigger than y at the moment. Is it weird, or should x be being fed into this? I don't think so. I'm starting to doubt this logic. I'm really starting to doubt this logic because yeah. Let's revisit this logic. Let's re-look at it again. Okay. So we've got a carry from the negative carry from the first bit. So if the second bit doesn't exist, and we've got a carry from the first bit, okay. I'm going to take a drink, actually. I'm going to take a step back, and I'm going to take a drink, and we're going to work this out. I'll work this out because, yeah, this negative carry logic, I was sure that it was good, but now it's not looking so good. Okay. So we're trying to figure out if x is greater than y. And the way we're doing that is by subtracting y from x, looking at a negative carry, and then ignoring the negative carries that don't matter. And the way we're doing that is by comparing those to the y value, which doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Because here's the thing, right? We should be comparing them to the x values. Why were we comparing them to the y values? Y, in case you're getting confused by x and y, x is the number that is the big number, y is the small number. Y is the number we're dividing by. Yeah, so there's actually no circuit calculation for this. I made all this logic up by myself. So this is why it's confusing me so much. Let's say you have 8 divided by 1. Let's actually do it. This is 2. I'm going to ignore the second platform. Send 8 in there. And then you are just going to be 1. 8 divided by 1. So there should be a whole bunch of carries going over here. And I don't understand. Okay. That's full throughput. That's full throughput. Okay. So, there's not actually a bunch of carries for 8 divided by 1. Because it gets destroyed straight away. The 1 gets destroyed straight away. 8 divided by 1 is 8, so that is correct. Okay, so this is the first situation we're running into. Where we have a higher x than a y. Where an x is a higher digit than a y. Because we've never had that before. We always start off with the x, and the x is always equal to the y or higher. Well, equal to the y or lower, I guess, because we always start off at the bottom and then we just gradually shoehorn it up. What if we make this 3 instead? Does that make a difference? But yeah, that whole is it a good logic or bad? We may have to rewrite that entire thing. I'm talking like it's code. It's kind of code. Okay. So that's not good. Okay, we're putting in 8. We're dividing it by 3. We're getting a carry of 8. A remainder of 8 and a result of 0. That's not good. So yeah, this logic at the side is completely balked. Okay, so that remainder, we're putting 1 in, we get a remainder of 1. Here, we're putting in there. Here's the problem. Here is the problem. So here, we've got a remainder coming over from here, and we're saying the y isn't big enough. Realistically, I think these guys should be keyed off of the x. But we've already got x going over the top here, so that's going to be a little bit interesting to sort of figure out. Okay. Let's sort of we kind of want to use the x's that we're passing in for each stage. That means that these 3 y's are going to change their inputs for every single row, which is not annoying at all. Okay. Let's walk through it step by step. So if you're here, let's go to the one that's actually causing us grief. So basically, and we kind of only want to do it based on this x. You know what? Maybe we should get rid of this logic off on the left-hand side and just do it down here, because we've got the x. I mean, we've got the x in the actual diagram. Okay, let me see if there's a nice way I can do this. No, that's not what I wanted. A nice way we can just do it in-house. We'll still send it off to the left, but I want to actually mess with it a bit. before we send it off. Okay. Let's get a block. How do I get a block here? I think this is a block. That certainly looks like a block. Okay. Now, this is the wire that we want to mess with right here, this one. Now, what we want to do is we want to say, we only care about this wire if all the following x's are false. If all the following x's are false. So we've got x right here. We've got x. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to OR x. And we need to OR x with the result of the previous x. Which we're going to do like that. Cross over. Cross over the y as well. And this is automatically the result of all the previous x's ORed. So then we send that up to the third level. We continue it across. We send it down to there. So we're chaining all the x's together and ORing them. Now, we need to knot these. And our logic before was knot and then use a gate, right? So we knot. And then a gate needs to be in here somewhere. It doesn't need to be there, but it needs to be here. We may have to get a little bit jiggy with this a little bit later. I'm not sure if you've got the room for that everywhere, but okay. Okay. That's a very interesting diagram. This, you can see how I'm just backing up all of these guys over and over again. So, okay. This is what I don't like. We've actually sent this wire over the top, which means that we've technically broken the template, but that's fine. And yeah. Okay. Whoa. Oh, I see. No, that makes sense. A lot of wires going everywhere, in and out in this template. Goes like this. Okay. That's all fine, I think. And we don't need that one anymore to send that one off. So we can just Yeah, we don't need that anymore at all, actually. We can just get rid of that. And over here, we don't need that. No more X. So yeah, this one, there's actually no X going into it. So this one is always going to be true. So technically we could remove the gate from this one. Yeah, we can absolutely remove the gate from this one. This was the one that we were ORing both of them together. Okay. Yeah, see, we're already down at this level, so it's not wanted. Wait a sec. Okay. Where is this belt coming from? Oh, this is just the OR for, which this is the very first X, so we don't need that. Okay. Oh, that's not right. We're going to have plenty of room over here because these 4 input wires will no longer exist. This logic here will no longer exist. So what I can actually do is I can just send these wires straight over. Yeah. And then you go straight over. This one goes down like that. We actually... Oh, I got a bit confused about the level of the wires here. Okay. You know what? You can just go like that, which means you kind of have to have some space. Kind of need to move you up a bit. I hate it when it does that. Move you up there. Like that. And then you can go happily over to there, and then you can go happily all the way over to there. And then we just need a buttload of OR gates. Like that. Get rid of all this mess. Get rid of all that mess. Okay, and then get rid of all this. Get rid of all this. Okay. That feels a lot better. Yeah. I definitely feel better about that. Okay. So now all of this, well, we don't want to get rid of all of it, obviously, but everything over here we can definitely get rid of. All the gate stuff, all the gate stuff, all the gate stuff, and okay. So now we're going to get this bottom belt coming from the left that we don't want. So we're going to have to deal with that, but otherwise, this is perfect. Okay, you go up like that. You get out of the way, and then you go like that. Okay. I'm just going to copy this section, actually. Up like that. Up like that. Causing problems over there, that's fine. Let's see what happens when I do this. And when I do this. Okay. We can fix all of that. Oh, damn it. I wish the game just knew what level I wanted to go at automatically. Okay. Looks like those three all sort of work themselves out. Again, this one dead ends. You go like that. You're dead ended. You go like that. Dead end and like that. Dead end and... Oh, that's right. We just went straight up, didn't we? No, that's right. We go up. No, that's not right either. What am I doing? Oh, that's right. We had to get rid of this one. Oh, and this was the carry bit, which we don't need. And then what I did was I set this one up the top and then over. Okay. I'm reasonably happy with that. You don't need to be there anymore. Okay, what are we doing here? 3. 8 divided by 3 is 2 and 2 remainder. 2 and 2 remainder. Okay. Well, we've fixed this block. Let's copy it across and let's go back to our original. Actually, we can see immediately what happened. So this is 0. So this is 8. 8 times 60 is 128. 128 divided by 3 is 40. 42. So this is 2, 32. So then we need another 10. Holy bejesus. Okay, that actually worked. And we got 2 remainder. Yes. That actually, oh my God, that actually worked. I was so iffy about this whole logic going through here. Okay, let's go back and do our previous example. So we're dividing by 3, we want 32. 32. So this is 32 right here. And we put a 0 through there. So this should be 10 with a remainder of 2. Okay. You're good. You're good. 0. This is actually what we expect. A remainder of 2. And over here we got 10 with a remainder of 2. Now here's the crazy bit. Okay? So let's 32 divided by 2 is 32 divided by 3 is 10 point what is it? It's 2 over 3. So is it 10.66666? Something like that. So if we paste a few more of these down, you got 0. Oh, we don't want you to have anything. You're going to screw up the calculations. Go away. Turn yourself off. So I wonder what happens with here. So this is 10.10 point. So it's 632 point. It's 10.666666. Know how that actually, how we do decimals in binary. I actually don't know, to be honest. So this is just gobbledygook to me. I mean, I would have liked it if it just said 066, 0110. That would have been nice and easy to understand. But to be honest, it could still be correct. Actually, you think about it. This is going down by halves. So this is, so 10.666, we think about it. So that's 0.666. So we got a half, and then we got 166 left. And then we got 0.25, which we ignore. And this is 0.125, which we include because it's 1666. And 0.166 minus 0.125 is 0.033. No, 0.43, is it? I'm losing my brain here. 66 minus 25 is 43. So that's 0.43. The next number is 0.0625, which is 1/8. 0.0625 is less than 0.043. Is greater than 0. So then we get a 0, and then we get a 1. And of course, 0.043 is greater than 0.0325, which is 0.0625 halved, 0.032543, and then that basically leaves us with 0.0115, and the next number down is 0.01625, which is greater than 0.0. All right, you get where I'm coming from. We have actually figured this out. So this is working correctly, and it's just going to keep going on. It's actually 10101010, which is interesting. But yes, that means that if we want to, we can do decimal calculations, which is awesome. And of course, it's up to us to figure out where the decimal point is, because this thing, if we say this is 32, then these two are counting decimals. If instead we say this is, what's 32 times 16? 512. If instead we say this is 512, then the decimal point is right here. Is actually, what's 512 divided by 3? Can I do that? I can do that in my head. It's 160, 170. It's 170 with a remainder of 2. It's always a remainder of 2. So 170 with a remainder of 2. So this is 10 times 60. No, 10 times 16, which is 160, and then another 10, which is 170. And then a remainder of 2. So it still works. So we just move the decimal point around wherever we want. And it's beautiful. But there we go. We have a tileable division block. It's only dividing by a 4-bit number at the moment. But here's the really interesting thing. I mentioned, I can't remember if it was last episode or the episode before, but once we get division working, we can get a binary to decimal converter working. Okay? we can get a binary to decimal converter working. Now, if we have a look at, where's our multiplication? I moved it up over here. So this has got a 32-bit number. So we can actually convert this over to decimal now. And I think that's what I'm going to do next episode. I could, well, there's two things that I kind of want to do. The first is create a binary to decimal converter. The second is have the ability to divide by 8-digit numbers, which I don't really know how to do. Let's be honest. Dividing by 8-bit numbers, that's going to be a bit of a brain melt. I mean, I got the diagram I'm looking at is only 4-digit numbers. And because this has got 5 blocks as well. So this is weird. If you're dividing by an 8-bit number, you always want 9 blocks. But what I'm saying is we've got 5 blocks here. So is this tileable? I don't know anymore, because this has been weirdly customized for a 4-bit number. So we'd have to maybe, I don't know, start from scratch or something to divide 8-bit numbers. But I definitely want to do it. But a binary to decimal conversion is what we are going to be doing first. That's our number one goal. And with this, we should be able to work it. Because you think about it, well, are we going to do a 32-bit number? The answer is yes. 32-bit number over here. We'll do a 32-bit number. A 32-bit number has a maximum number of 2 billion. No, actually 4 billion. Yeah, 4 billion, which is 10 digits. Which means we're going to need to do this division 10 times. So we're going to have 10 rows of this. We're going to get the result each time and then feed that in as the X, as the input each time. And we're just going to be spitting the remainder out of the end. And yeah, the remainder is always, it should always pop out this end block, I think. But we're going to have to be careful because the number is going to keep getting smaller. So yeah. Hopefully it should work though. Maybe the number will just magically go down. It should just magically go down, and hopefully we can just keep lining these results straight up with the X on the next platform. And we won't need to do any dog legs. We'll have to do a little bit of dog legs because they're coming out at different points, but well, actually what we could do is we could just do this. Just shift it over by 1 each time. And then we can actually stack up the remainders over here, just one at a time. That actually sounds pretty good. Okay, next episode though, I'm going to stop casting right now. Please tell me I've been recording this entire time. I have been. All right, 1.5 hours, but there we go. We can divide any number of any length by a number that is 15 or less. And because of the wonderful thing here, we can get remainders going as long as we want. Actually, I want to do a test. I want to do a test. Let's do, what are we sending over? 3. I don't want to divide by 3 because that gives me weird remainders that just go off forever. I want to do, let's do something really simple. Let's do 1 divided by 8. 1 divided by 8. You're off, you're off, you're off. So then this platform, did I do it right? I put the thing on the wrong thing, didn't I? 1 divided by 8. So that's the 8, and this needs to be the 1. Okay, so 1 divided by 8, this should be 0, and this should be 0, 0, 1. So there should be a 1 here, because this is so this is half, quarter, eighth. So this should be 1, everything else should be 0, and we should have no carry-ons further down the track. I think we actually were seeing a divide by 0 error before, because all of these were 1s. I think that's what happens when you have a divide by 0. Anyway, 1 divided by 8, all zeros with a 1 through here, and here we go. That's the 1/8 column. And no more remainders, no more remainders. I'm actually going to cut this off for a sec. I want to see divide by 0. So we're going to 1 divided by 0. What happens? All of these are 1s. All of these are 1s. All of these are 1s. All of these 1s. I tell you what, 1 divided by 0 is infinity. Now here's a really interesting question. What happens when we do 0 divided by 1? Well, this is 8 actually. 0 divided by 8. 0, 0 remainder. So it's just 0. Oh God, I love this calculator. It actually works. It actually does all these amazing things. Divide by, it turns out, I mean, people have been wondering what the answer to 1 divided by 0 is, and it turns out it's just been infinity. Well, I mean, obviously we didn't have another platform over here, but I'm sure it would have just kept going. But yeah, every single number changed to 1. All right, I'm going to finish it off now. Thank you very much for watching this incredibly amazing episode. Next episode, 32-bit binary to decimal converter using division. It's going to be awesome. I'll see you guys later.